Ooh. All right, camera is going. And if the audio sounds weird, if my voice is too quiet, the jams are too jamming, let me know. I don't have the camera on. I got way too much stuff like here and there, and everything's like here in the way. So autofocus, you're gonna get in my way. You're gonna annoy me. Okay, that looks okay. And we'll be holding up some things maybe close to the camera to see some details. So hopefully I didn't keep it on manual focus here. So what are we doing here? We are making little toys, little figurines. These guys right here. Like we got Spider-Man. Let's see. So let's like hold it up. Will you focus on Spider-Man for me? Cameraman. Hello. If not, I can always like hit the old configure, right? Give me some. Yeah, see? No. I need more than that. There we go. Give me these manual controls. Ha 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 ha. So if I focus it. Ooh. Oh. Turn off the auto. There we go. So if I ever need to hold something, I guess I can crank that manual footage. I was gonna say, hopefully doing that didn't just like anger the camera. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna stop working. You're gonna mess with me and my settings while you're live. I'll show you. And so you know, all these little, it's for a game called Marvel Crisi Protocol, which I guess if I'm going to really simplify things, it's like Warhammer with Marvel characters. It's just you make these little figures. They come in just plastic and you put them together and then you paint them yourself and then you play a game. You know, you have a whole board set up and you move them. Like I move my man here and then I do an attack, and it's not like this. There's more stuff involved, but that's what these are for. I'm not just doing little model kits for the sake of doing model kits, which you certainly can do. But this is kind of a little bit of both. So I got some new ones here that are just came out of the box. I haven't touched them, so I'm going to see if I can make one or two or four. Let's see. These are just here as kind of like examples. So let me put Spider-Man up there. These two guys up there. So someone's like, what are we making? And that's what we're making here. So this is how it comes in a box. And this pack comes with Blade and Moonlight. I really want to turn on the Blood Rave song, but Mr. Copyright Man probably would not like that. So I got that, and then I also have Punisher and Taskmaster. So I just got 4 guys here, and this is the like recommended painting scheme. Again, they do not look like this right now. I'll probably see Taskmaster. I don't know if I want to. Guys with some big capes, like I don't know if I want to put them together separately, like do them all but leave the cape so I can like paint the inside, or just get good or do it first. I think real quick, like in the box you get like little rule cards and pieces. You know, this is a game, so you're like, here's my stats. If I can get it out of this plastic bag. So it's like these are my points and the moves for each guy, and little tokens and cards and stuff to be used for all of them. So it's not just make a model and then you play with your imagination. I guess there are rules that need to be maintained, and that's what we do here, I guess. So let me try to put this genie back in the bottle. All right, go over there. I was going to try and do Punisher first, just to see how that worked. So opening it up here. If this is too in the way, I can move these guys. They don't need to be here. Make sure I got this box open. Let's switch this up here to our loopable trackety track. Oh, and so really all I have here is I got my little cutters for cutting things off. Got all kinds of little files and some glue, some Tamiya extra thin cement. And I got a fan blowing on me, so it's nice and ventilated. I'm not going to be getting high on stream. So this is what you get. And then you get a kind of instruction pamphlet of sorts. And oh, they give you 4. So I get to choose my type of base this time. That's nice. Looks like we got 2 that are, looks like just like rock concrete. That one's got a little raised rock on it, and that one's kind of metal grating, and that's a street with a like a sewer thing on it. So they're all the same size. Does it match my little, what are these dots on here? This is a 29. No, I don't think so. And then yeah, this is, so there you go. That's Punisher. So it's a really, I guess technically it's just like a, you know, Gundam or something, except really tiny and only like 5 pieces. And then here's Taskmaster, torso, arms, legs, and then the cape. So I'm like, I wonder where in this process the cape comes in, because if I can like paint the inside, because if the whole thing's there, the body's in the way, like my fingers with body, it's gonna be a real pain to get the brush in and like paint the inside of this cape. So maybe I'm gonna think about that. I'm not gonna put him together right now. Punisher definitely only has like 4 parts, so we'll do him. Moon Knight I'm not too worried about, because he is just a big white guy. Like there's no color schemes like, oh, I accidentally got white on him. Like he's just all, like, you know, I can get shadows and cool stuff in there. But let's pull him out. Help me. Oh, we got more bases here. So now we're just collecting the bases here. So this, oh yeah, because if you look at, I'm like, what the hell are all these? If you look on the picture here, so like Blade, this is a super fancy figure. So he's like up, jumping, and there's like vampire arms coming up and like reaching, and they got him painted all kind of cool. And they give Moonlight a little rock to stand on, so that's cool. So yeah, this looks just like complicated, like a balancing act. He's so tall versus the center of gravity here. So like, what the hell is all this flowing stuff? And it's like there's like blade coat, and I guess the thing he's standing on. Like, how is he balancing on like a piece of ribbon? I'm not too sure. So he goes there, and then here is, oh, this is Moon Knight's edgy ass. Oh, catch the show on Disney Plus starting next week, kids. By the way, there's that cool cape. So let's do Punisher first, and then we'll try doing Moon Knight. And here he is. That's the Punisher. And they give me instructions. Now, when I bought the first, like the starter pack that had like all these guys in it, like the first 10, so to speak, that you just get, there was no, well, there was instructions, but they didn't have like, didn't say like B2. Most of the time you can be like, oh, it's the front torso, but there's a couple times like both feet at the scale kind of look the same to me, and I was like, which hand is that? They're both, not that anybody would probably notice, but if it didn't fit, it was just kind of annoying. But not anymore. So like, we can just start right here at step 1. It's B6 into B7. So what I will do, where's my B6? I guess this whole thing is B, right? They're all B. There's, oh yeah, Taskmaster, all of his stuff is A. So I guess this whole little, oh yeah, so it's right there. B. All right, so 6 and 7. So I just cut it as close to the little nub as I can. got a little nub on his foot that's gonna, I guess, stand inside this, yeah, a little bag. But I have all kinds of little files here, so like I want to make sure this is a nice flat edge there, so I'll just kind of go like that. Oh, and it's getting there. And same here with the top of this. Like, it's okay, it's a little rough. This is going inside, like it's nobody's ever gonna see this. I don't know why. I'm just doing it because I think I can, because it's cool. So what was that, 6, and then other, well, clearly it's the one here with, you know, the toe and the foot. So I mean, there's only like 1 or 2 occasions where I was actually confused, and I was like, what part is this? I see now he's got a little, I mean, this part that is white, like, in fact it's lighter, that's fine, but it's kind of like sticking up, and the camera's, so that's why I'm just going to file it down like this. Do I have a different kind of file? I have all kinds of files in this set here, so I don't need to stick with that one. That was kind of rounded on an edge, and I don't need that. So this one is just a nice flat. Here we go. So then all you gotta do is this piece, see how it's got little nubs here, it goes in that hole there. So they'll just fit in. Oh, and look at that. So now, in theory, when you put them together, they're supposed to form like a part in them itself. But look at it, it's not like lined up. Like, does that really matter? I don't think. I'm gonna, for once, I'm gonna try not to be so pain in the butt about it. So I got my goofy juice here, stuff kind of strong, so I just put this right on here, and I'll put a little bit in the hole. I think what this stuff does is, like, starts to melt the plastic just a little bit to help it, like, actually stick together. So it's not like it's just glue and that's it. So I put them in like so, and hold it for a little bit. And it's a pretty solid hold. Like, I'm not going to try to rip it off, but it's not going to accidentally fall off either. Only like really precarious, like this ribbon that I have right here on Captain Marvel. This is the only thing that kind of like fell off once. Because it was like, it's like literally, you know, it's holding on by such a small little piece. All right, torso time, B2 and B3. Right there. And this is almost just, I can like kind of just twist it off if I didn't want to snip it. It's just kind of, oh, it just fell off. Like some kid's baby tooth or something. And this, it's at a weird angle, like it's not a flat surface, it's kind of along his. So I can kind of just really, like, this is kind of a curved, and this isn't, see how it's like a, well, like a cuttlefish bone or something you give to a bird. So I can kind of just it's kind of rounded. I can just kind of go like that. So it's not just going to file a flat edge suddenly into this Punisher torso. And I probably will not notice this after I cover this with paint anyway. So a lot of this stuff is just being real nitpicky for like making this, and then I'll never see it again. What is a really really nice and fine one. This one's kind of got a sharp edge. I just kind of do that a little bit here. It's real scuffed looking right now, but again, it's fine because we're going to cover it with a nice coat of paint in Pot of Greed in just a little bit. Not today on a stream. Afterwards, I not have enough space to be painting here. So there's just a little peg that goes in the hole there. Oh, and I drop it. It's always a good thing to do. So same thing. I'm going to put the glue. I'm just going to call it glue on the peg. Put some extras kind of in there, but also just along all these edges so it can kind of stick together. I'm going to do it on this side too. I'm going to just give a little bit on these edges here. That was a big drop, but oh well. Hold it. And you can kind of see, if it focuses for me, it has some textures on it too. Let me get this in my camera. Get my focus. Whoop. Alright, so you see the little, like, the Punisher logo is actually in there, so I don't have to worry about having to freehand paint this. Like, that itself will be a little lifesaver, just like coloring in the lines, so you don't have to worry too much about that. I kind of just like brush it over like you're doing a pencil rub, and it will just kind of fill in the shape. So there we go. Now look at that. We have a little torso and the legs from earlier, and does that just kind of fit in there? Kind of doesn't, and I don't want to force this. So what I'm going to do what I thought I was supposed to do earlier, just kind of shave down this. It's kind of like a little hexagon. Yeah, it's like a, not just a dot. And where is he? Like, yeah, so he's kind of facing like that. So this peg is a weird shape that needs to be dealt with. Let's go a little smaller as we need to until the thing fits. Hey, there we go. So now it just kind of went right in. So I'll drop some glue on it. It's not gonna, oh wow, it does stand. Wow, he's got good balance on that heel. Give it kind of like a second to do its chemical magic. And it's not the snuggest fit now because I held it together, or I kind of filed it off, so. I think I could use some more. It wasn't. Didn't have too much here on the bottom part. I only had it on the peg, so that wasn't what I needed. Kind of got this little side turn. I guess I could technically twist him any which way I wanted him to pose. Alright, while that's going here, I have to put a hand in a gun. Surprise. There's only one gun here. So that's this 8. Snip. Snip. Little teeny tiny nub. We can't stand for that, can we? There we go. And then there's another one here. Nobody's ever going to see this part. And look at these guys, like his hand is already in there, kind of attached. So weird. How is this going to attach to the body in a second? B5. So this like elbow part. Can't tell what that is from the diagram, so I'm glad they put a number on it. Because look at that. What? Huh? What is that part? That was like a kneecap or something. All right, so it looks like what is this angle? I guess kind of like this, because I can see this part is that part, and then there's a little like notch there, so it's got to be that. Oh, it goes in the gun first of all. So okay, so there's like a part where his wrist doesn't connect, so this it's gotta go like. Okay, so this notch actually goes into his arm like that. Oh, it's pretty clever. Check that out. All right. So that part wasn't just part of the gun right there. It actually goes into that part there. Very, very cool. So, while I got that down there, I'll just put some glue on it. Do the same in here. Don't eat this. Give it a little bit. It kind of dries out the stuff, and then you put it together. So, like. Look at it now, it's like a little forearm connected to the holding the gun like that. Alright, and then we got some accessories, some like little, we got B10, which looks like a little walkie-talkie for his belt. Punisher has like a walkie-talkie. Okay. And then B11, which looks like it's a another pistol. I'm like, another gun? The Punisher? Well, more guns? You don't say. And I don't think I need to worry about this being not a nice cut. This is literally just a... Yeah, I'm not worried too much about that. So, this just goes into like this slot here on his leg. Like that. Okay, real easy. So I'll do that right now. Put some glue in there. Put it on the peg as well as the side. And I'll do the other side too. I don't think this will be a very hard part. I see that, and this tiny part starts flipping around on me. All right. So first, let's put in his little pistol. Attaches like that. Okay. And then a little walkie-talkie. Man, this is small. Look at that little like antenna sticking up there. You can't even see it till it focuses. That's crazy. Ooh, kind of scared. Put too much force on this and it'll break. There you go. Weird that they couldn't like cast. You know, they put a pocket there, but they couldn't do this part. So that's going to be annoying now to try to paint his torso behind this little antenna. So I'll just like paint the whole thing and then go back and do the antenna part. Oh, it's like, where's this other arm coming from? It's just a whole part. B4. B for you. And then we just connect the arms to the torso. So we'll do this first. Put those in there. Might be a bit much. You can't really like dump it out. It's like it's in there. It's just gonna stay. So we're gonna leave it a bit. I guess he's holding some kind of detonator. I realize he's got like a muscle tee. He's got like his shoulders out. I'm gonna have to paint flesh. It's annoying because it's hard to make it look good. Painting a robot is easy. It's like Silver Robot, not hard, but like even just that little bit there, I'm like, oh, skin him hard. Can't draw a face. Oh, I gotta paint this whole like head too. Damn it. I'm not good at drawing eyes on these little teeny tiny baby figures. All right, little glue in there. And on the peg as well. And he's holding it. So it has to go in like this because he's holding the gun up at a cool guy angle, right? And then his head goes on, and then we attach him to the bag, and then the bag I put on the base. And it's just a little notch that it sits in, so I'll just kind of go like that. Put some glue on his neck. Give it a second. Say the magic word. And it kind of sits in. All right. Don't touch it. So look at that. We got a little Frank Castle Punisher man. All right. So we need the, while that's drying, I'll let it sit. Get out his duffel bag. What color is the Punisher's duffel bag? There's a couple little edges from doing that, so I'm just gonna file that off real quick. Again, not that it'll ever be seen, but I'll know. I will know. And his little stiletto from his boot goes like that. No, turn it around. How does this fit? Like that. Okay. So glue in the hole. Glue on the peg. And ta-da! Okay. And then we just get to pick a base. Who's the other one? Blade? So it's like, what'll Blade? I mean, I'll just use the concrete one. Concrete, a little bit of metal. The whole straight up metal stuff. Punisher, he's a cool guy, right? He's got like metal and guns, blah blah blah. I can do, because I did the metal base for like here with Spider-Man, so you can see it's kind of like a grating, and then I just did some brick there. Maybe I'll do that here with him. And he can go anywhere. So like, where can he sit? Like that, like right there in the center. I don't want him to be like off center in case there's a weird balance issue. So yeah, I'll just kind of all kinds of glue on the feet, on the bottom of the bag. And just like a little bit on the middle here too, where we're gonna try and put them. Let's see if I can just go like, oh, kind of sticks. Yeah, I'm wondering like there's not a lot of surface area on this metal grating, so if it's like doesn't stick well, I'll have to go to just like the plain rock where it's like a flat piece of plastic. Oh no, there we go. It works. I'm not going to mess with it too much, but all right, so let's bust out the camera real quick. this is the easy part. Then it's gonna take me like 2 months to paint him. So maybe like all the like spray and stuff, like airbrushing and the priming and stuff. I do that. I can't do that here in this room. But if I'm just sitting here with some paints, maybe I can. Maybe I could do that. We'll see. Who is the other guy on here? Oh, it's old Taskmaster. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just try. Those instructions kind of there. All right, so parts 2 and 3, which is just his torso again. Very loose. Again, I can probably just twist this off if I don't want to snip it. And they just fit together like that. Put some glue in the hole there for the peg to stick to. Do one surface and I'll do the other one as well. Nub, 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 nub. Every little spot where the two pieces will probably touch, I'm gonna put some glue on. And then just go like that. There's a muscly chest there. And again, it's like, well, I have a little nub here, but it is about to be completely covered up by the cape. So I really don't need to touch this, but I could just try to get rid of it right now. There we go. Alright, so just leave that for now. 6 and 7, his 2 legs. He's doing a cool run pose. Oh yeah, all these little belts, they're going to be annoying to paint. All little detail. I mean, they're fine, you'd think. But the fact that it's literally like a millimeter in width, sometimes you're just like holding your breath and just doing the smallest lines. You can get some little burrs here on the bottom of his boot. I'm going to just ever so slightly smooth that off. And then, yeah, leg peg goes into hole there. Oh, and actually like sits on top of there, so I gotta kind of make sure that sticks together too. So I'll put some glue on the bottom of this peg here and in the hole. Kind of on the top there too, get us all glued up. And it should just go Alright, so the top part doesn't really touch. The peg is just kind of hovering, but the legs themselves stay together, so. And then next it's stick torso. Yep. I'll just go like that. Brush, 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 brush. Brush, 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 brush. So far, so good. See, it's like here, it's like put the cape and then put his arms and then his head. Like how, I want to see how badly does that cape need to go on there. Can I do that last? After I like paint the inside of it. So next part is his, like, what is it, gun? Yeah, the gun? 10. This looks almost exactly like the little pistol that the Punisher just had on his hip. And then A9, which is like his sword sheath. Very, very small, very little small pegs here. Very careful. Glue on that side. Glue in there. I guess it's gotta go this way because that's where the peg is. This must be like a rendering because the detail on this gun right here, like you can see like the hammer and stuff there. Oh, you can kind of see it there, I guess. It just doesn't seem as like detailed of a piece. And it fits like there, and then quick before it all dries. Kind of hangs like this, right? Which way is this fitting? Like that. Okay, so it just kind of goes. Oh, it's gonna be a pain too. Like you got his boot and then the sword sheath right there. It's gonna have to be very delicate to get in there. It's like paint his boot first, get whatever the hell crap I need on here, then paint this last. All right, cape. Let's see how this cape sits on here. Oh, it's like a whole. It doesn't like fit around. It is like his whole head, like his head goes on there. If I didn't do that, he would be like headless horseman. Oh yeah, because like his whole entire torso isn't even complete like this. How does that work? Goes like that. Okay, and this part here makes the holes for his arms to fit into. All right, well that needs to be done. Well, that's a shame. So I'm gonna have to just like think in layers and how I'm gonna paint this thing. Goes like that. It doesn't feel that sturdy. I'm kind of like worried about it. Yeah, it's like... Let me get some glue up in here. Maybe that's why. Up in here, up in here. Yo, gonna make me add more glue. I'll try this again. Holding it real steady, so it just hopefully does not move. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully when I put the arms on, it'll be even more sturdy here. All right, so A5. See, they can just give you a whole arm with a sword if they want to. Half these times, like, why am I putting a gun in this hand when they can just cast a whole ass sword on an arm? A little bit. I mean, there's a notch. It's on a sword. Swords aren't smooth, right? Well, I guess they're sharp. Alright, so this arm goes in. Oh crap, his whole fucking torso came off. I hate this. Alright, so... you there. And don't drip away. Like it almost put too much, and it was like technically not dry. It was like real wet. Don't know. And real quick, while I can, let's kind of glue it all together with an arm piece. Goes like this. Whoops. It's kind of like holding it back. Alright, then let's get the other arm. Well, they said put the shield on the arm first. Yeah, I'll do that because I don't want to be like accidentally wrenching his arm off, trying to balance a shield on it. So I'll just do that. And we'll finish up this Taskmaster and then we'll see. Maybe because we're already at like an hour, so we'll do that. Wasn't sure how long it would take to do all these. This arm goes out like that. Okay, that makes sense. Glue, 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 glue. I mean, the good thing about all these parts is that they fit well. That's always the coolest thing. It's like these little teeny tiny parts just happen to just, you know, they're cast with, oh crap. His stupid, like, body is kind of tilting upwards. I don't want to put too much pressure on it, 'cause I'll, like, rip off his belt or something. So hopefully these arms and stuff will keep it all together now. Alright, so now we have his shield. I don't like a little notch. Hopefully his shield can be kind of rounded off. And then there's just a little notch right here, so I'll just put glue on there. And then there's a little part in his arm that just goes right on top of. And which way? Looks like that, so okay. I want the shield part to be facing like that. Oh yeah, see, I almost just ripped his arm off. That's real not in there. I don't want to like pull it off. Maybe I can just like dab a little glue on it to just help that seam stay together. Oh, it just, just fell right off. Whoa. And try this again. Now with the shield on part of the arm. Remember like 5 minutes ago where I said I shouldn't do that and I did it? Crazy. Alright, so now we're just gonna watch the clock here. Just kind of holding it together. Alright, then we got, I think the end is just put his head on. Yeah, okay. Ooh, almost dropped that. A little like neck part there. And there's a little notch that just kind of sits in. Weird that they kind of like built everything off of this cape part. That would just kind of sit in, but no, it's just like its own separate like layer. Like that? Okay. And then he has a rock that it sits on. There's the rock. So I'll just glue in the rock there too. A little nub and a bit of his boot, so that'll stay. Okay, looks like, yeah, according to that, the little like rock part is to the right, so it's like that. Just kind of sits like this. There we go. Man, I don't want to apply pressure on any of these parts. I'm like, I'll rip off his arm, I'll rip off his head, I'll rip off his shield. Oh, see? You see? His arm just kind of went bleh. Crap. Like, this is what I need to, like, cover him in paint real quick. So hopefully, like, this is a shell that'll keep them all together. Like, if I just put some glue in the cracks here, does this help? Help it all stay together. Because the guy's doing a cool pose, but it's, oh my god, so delicate. Worries me. Yeah, get in there. Stick some more glue in. And it's got to bring it back up and hold it up. Kind of keep some upside down. Maybe gravity is like. Because he's already kind of got a rock, I'll give him this base that's the rock with a little extra raised bit. That's fine. That's the base. Usually this gets painted black anyway. So delicate that I dropped him. Alright, so he can just, I mean, he's got a little flat base because of the rock, so I can just kind of put him right like there. Like that's what I'll try to do. So. Give it a sec to get a little sticky. Man, real cool. I like the pose. But again, it's like, is he gonna not fall apart on me here? Fucking Punisher, he's just like, yeah, I'm just standing here, I'm fine. No, and this is like a freaking art statue here, so it's really cool, but I'm worried about it at the same time. Ugh. Alright, so kind of just hold that down. And I'm also using this file here to kind of hold the right side of the rock down. Alright, I think he's on there. He's centered too. Maybe he should have been more to the left that way, but he's not like off balance, I don't think. So that's very cool. So if I, yeah, the base keeps them together. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we did this little set of these two here. So we did Punisher, And Taskmaster too, I guess he's like, I don't know if we can mimic that art, but he's like lunging outwards, sword, shield up. And I'll have to figure out how to paint all of that. Oh boy, like get it all up in there. And it's like orange. Like I could paint it white, but I think it's supposed to have like an orange inside. So I'll do all that first, and then I'll go over and I'll do the blue body. So the paint will be the paint on this will be the first thing I ever do. I don't know if I'll be able to do that on stream, but that's just me thinking out loud, and that's my plan. So alright, we made the these two here. I've got 2 more to go. If I have some time tomorrow, I'll try to do the rest, which was Blade and Moon Knight. But if you're checking this out or you're watching, cool, let me know if you like this, if you want to see more of this model making Gundam type stuff. I have some more of those too, but I'm making this because the sooner I make these, the sooner I can play them in the game. I could play them like this as just a little statue, but it's like, you know, it's cooler if they're painted and all set to go. So you take it easy, and I'll see you soon playing a game or doing something. Do a lot of stuff, so see you around.